Hello and welcome back to Somo Diecast. My name is Ron. Well, it's time for the November Four Horsemen Invitational, and for the month of November, they have chosen the Hot Wheels 2Jet Z, or 2Jet Z if you live on the other side of the ocean, or down below. And the objective for this build is to turn this little car, if you call it a car, into a Mars crawler. So that's our objective. It's an interesting little car, so it ought to be fun to build. And I have an idea on some custom wheels that I'm going to design that I think would be appropriate for the terrain on Mars. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing blown apart and see what the pieces and parts look like, and we'll get this build going. Everybody, stay tuned. We got our little 2Jet Z all blown apart at 2 posts. Nearly blew them out, but I got the screws in there, two 256 screws in there, and it's an interesting little casting. I can see why they think it'd make a good Mars crawler, but anyway, yellow glass fitting for a spaceship or space vehicle. And a 1-seat interior. A little rear end going on there. Looks like it's got a quick change in it. And whatever's going on there in the front. Metal base. So I had to grind just a little bit to get the wheels out because we are not going to be keeping these wheels. I personally like the style of these wheels, but they're not going to be fitting for what we have planned for a Mars crawler. Not a lot of paved highways up in space, so, or at least on Mars, so alright, well, let's get that casting in the stripper and we'll get this build moving. Everybody, please stay tuned. Alright, let's take a quick look back at where we started before we get to the reveal. This is the Hot Wheels 2Jet Z, and let's go ahead then and get to the reveal, and we'll see how close I got to a Mars crawler. Everybody, please stay tuned. Well, we have our little 2Jet Z Hot Wheels all completed and done up as a Mars crawler. We of course tore this down, cleaned up the body a little bit, and then hit the body with some gloss white Rust-Oleum. Did the base, I really didn't, well, I painted the base in a DUPLI color medium gray gloss, and then came back and added a few details like a camera on the left side, or the right side, and threw together a solar panel on the other side. You've got to have power to run all the scientific equipment that's on here, and the auxiliary electric engine motor that's in it, because the atmosphere may not be good for internal combustion, but anyway. And then we have various bottles that hold oxygen and other necessary gases that are applied to the side there. Detailed out some of the engine and other amenities on here with either Molotow pen or a gray Sharpie and some black TESTORS enamel. And then I knew it needed a set of wheels that were not just off-road but off-world. So I got to work on my 3D software, and I created these what I'm calling Mars crawler wheels in 12mm and 10mm with a 4-spoke in the middle, and I think that'll get you around the Mars terrain pretty well. And lastly, I went out and dug up a NASA emblem or NASA logo for the Mars missions, made a set of custom decals and applied those, and then after that we clear coated everything. So here it is. And of course this is the 4 Horsemen November 2022 build, Invitational, whatever you want to call it. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody over at the 4 Horsemen for inviting us and hosting this Mars crawler build. This is an interesting little casting. I don't know what else you would do with it other than create some kind of off-world, off-road vehicle out of it. So I think it came out really well, and I hope you agree. And I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not currently a subscriber, please do. And when you subscribe, ring the bell so you'll be notified of any future builds. Be sure you share with your friends. And don't forget to go out and check out all of the other builders that participated in this Mars crawler build for the Hot Wheels 2Jet Z. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next.